welcome in again to Your Health. We're having such a good time because we're talking about things that affect all of us who are over 50 and some who are younger. And if you're not affected by it now, you will be sooner or later. And we have with us Carl Schmidt from the Herby Shop. And you are so knowledgeable. It's just fun to talk to you. We were talking earlier about arthritis, joint inflammation, deformities that are caused by that. And the question was, not necessarily what causes it, but what can we do to help prevent that onset, and how can we treat it once we have it?
That's a very good question, because arthritis affects millions of people and it can be crippling. There's osteoarthritis, which is generally defined as just wear and tear on joints, and there's rheumatoid arthritis, which is an autoimmune disease where the body attacks the joints, and that would be tested with what's called an RA factor, rheumatoid arthritis factor. So there's, but generally that wear and tear, that morning stiffness, those little, weekend warrior projects don't seem to bounce back from, that's where it's got that wear and tear. Our bones, as many people know, are really a phenomenal reservoir of minerals. And that's important because our body has to stay in a very alkaline environment. What that means is on a pH scale, neutral is 7 and our blood is at 7.365. And we've got to have that alkalinity. But if we're stressed with, we could be throwing off acids in our metabolism. And those acids can make our bones start to release minerals. And so that can fuel to that aches and hurts because the bones have been doing. And one way to monitor that is to look at parathyroid levels and also calcium serum levels in the blood. But we want to look at, when we look at blood work, to kind of understand some kidney function, because the kidneys are really responsible for how these minerals get regulated. And then there's fallacies about milk and dairy being good for bones. It's true there's a lot of calcium in there, but there's also a lot of phosphorus. And so there's not quite the appropriate give and take. I find that we do a type of test called the oligoscan, and the oligoscan is a laser technology called spectrometry that we can see a person's mineral levels in just a matter of minutes. And then we can help tell them what to supplement with to raise their mineral levels. And then digestion and assimilation from a person may need digestive enzymes, and particularly if they're on acid blockers, they're not going to pull the minerals out of their food. So they're going to lose that ability to rebuild tissue when they're on some sort of indigestion medicine. So they may need to supplement with a digestive aid to help. Home remedies can be more in the realm of bone broth. It's a good type of thing to help with arthritic. If it's more the gout type arthritic pain, black cherry juice can be used to help with that.
I've heard that.
And so, but staying with a lower carb diet, less processed sugars are really important because they're very acidic on the body. And then the actual ends of the bones where there is cartilage, that needs glucosamine, chondroitin, MSM, hyaluronic acid. They all play a part in building that, and various forms of collagen can help those areas get rebuilt. And then we have a stem cell activation patch that greatly improves flexibility, mobility as well, and many people get reduction in pain when they wear the patch every day.
Well, once you start, and I don't know, most people probably at my age would have that, but is there anything that you can do to keep this from getting worse once you have it?
Well, there's certain types of diets, or category of a diet is a low histamine diet and a low inflammatory diet. So being aware, we have a food allergy test. It's really a food inflammation test. And so being aware of what triggers inflammation and keep that from not making your body inflamed, because if you have a propensity for a joint deformity, then over acidic or inflammatory foods, the most common are nightshade vegetables like eggplant, bell peppers. Those can increase inflammation, particularly in that arthritic situation.
Okay. See, it's all about all the things that God made and your body that God made and making it all work together. So thank you so much. You've been so helpful.
Thank you.
And thank you all for watching, and we'll be right back.